This is Google Chrome on a Macintosh, and it looks very similar on a Windows machine. I want to talk about Google Drive. Google Drive is an online storage facility where I can store files from this desktop machine into Google Drive, and I can then look at those files and edit them directly on my iPad. Before we get going, we have to install Google Drive. I'll click on it, and it says here, do you want to install Google Drive for your Mac? It is something you have to install. If I was on a PC or a Windows machine, it would say install Google Drive for my Windows machine. I have to agree and download the Google Drive for my Mac. Let's keep that file, and it's going to go ahead and it's going to download Google Drive. Okay, there it is. Now I can install it. And there's my Google Drive. To install it, I just drag that to my applications folder, and now it's installing. Now I can look at files on the internet, and I can share them with other people. I can access my files everywhere, and I can collaborate with them. When I open Google Drive, it wants to make sure that I'm happy about opening this. I did, after all, download off the internet. And here's Google Drive. Now I can sign into it, and I can start to use it. Google Drive, as it says, creates a folder on my computer. Anything I put into that folder is available on all my devices. I get 5 GB free, and anything I put in there I can see on my iPad as well. So here's my Google Drive folder. All I've got to do is put some files in here, and up here it says I'm all set. All I've got to do is drag my files in. So this is a menu that I can use for my Google Drive, so I can pause the syncing, I can open it, I can check my preferences, I can get more storage if I need it, and if I want to I can also quit that. I've put a movie into my Google Drive, and you can see it there. If I go to my Google Drive icon, you can see it just sort of moving around. It's actually syncing right now. So it's sending information from my computer up to my Google Drive. Now when I start Chrome and I click on Google Drive, it'll take me straight to my Google Drive folder, and I'll be able to see it there. There's the file that's in there, who's the owner, and when I modified it. And you'll notice that this has stopped moving around, the color has stopped here, so the sync is now complete, and I can now look at that file on my iPad. Here's my iPad, and I can tap Google Drive, and then all I have to do is sign in. So now I sign in, and I'll be able to see the contents of my Google Drive. And there it is, my movie. Tap the movie, and now it'll start to play. It's downloading the movie off the internet, so sometimes it might be slow. And if I turn it that way, you can see my movie. I can start and stop the movie, and so on. Now, depending on the type of file you have in your Google Drive, you'll be able to edit it. It might be a Word document, an Excel document, and so on. I've just clicked on that little arrow, so I can see a preview of the movie. I can look at whether it's available offline. I can even see who has access to it. And I can add people. So I could invite somebody to look at this movie. They could edit it, they could comment on it, or they could just view it. So viewing is the least of the things they can do. They can't leave any comments, but they could look at that movie. So I can send somebody else an email, and they will be able to view that. So that person can view that particular file on my Google Drive. If I slide my finger across, I've come back, I've had a look at that. If I tap there, it becomes a favorite. I can search for items. I can add new items in here. So I can upload a photo, I can use my camera, so I can put other things in there. And that's the refresh. So I can refresh that to see if any new items have been added to my Google Drive.